Turner prepared to take a bullet.
Drop the gun!
In a fraction of a second, I made up my mind. I'm most likely going to get shot.
It all goes down on September 6th, 2009, in Kansas City, Missouri. Dean McGinnis is a 30-year veteran with the Kansas City Police Department. He and his partner, Officer Eric Turner, start their shift at 3 p.m. Often the officers will ride together, but today they're taking separate cars. After more than 10 years working the same beat together, McGinnis and Turner rely heavily on one another.
We deal with a little bit of everything: disturbances, robbery, stealing, you name it.
After a few hours on traffic duty in Ruskin Heights, a residential neighborhood, a call comes in over the radio with few details. All they know is a car has crashed into a tree just a few blocks away.
It was a non-injury vehicular, one car into a tree, which is a pretty non-dangerous call.
Only Officer Turner is dispatched to check out the scene. McGinnis stays back to continue running radar.
As I drove a little further towards the accident, I saw a Hispanic male wearing a white t-shirt. I slowed down, looked at him in my rearview mirror, and it kind of crossed my mind. I wonder if he knows anything about the accident, if he saw it, or maybe he was involved in it.
As Officer Turner pulls up, there's no driver in sight. Over the radio, he learns that a Latino man was driving the SUV and has fled the scene.
I radioed back to Dean. I knew he was sitting right back there up the street. I asked him if he would stop the male. It was kind of shocking that somebody could just walk away from that.
Responding to his partner's call, McGinnis takes off in search of the man and sees him walking into a nearby park.
There was something odd, something more to what he was doing than just walking away from a vehicular to maybe avoid a ticket.
McGinnis radios Turner for backup and tells him to meet him at the park.
As I turned around, I could hear it in Dean's voice. He was suspicious of something.
With Turner just a few seconds behind him, McGinnis cuts across the grass to get a good look at the man, dash cam rolling the whole time. By now, Officer Turner is on the scene.
I really expected to take off running and we were going to be in a foot chase.
As McGinnis pulls up closer, the man turns around. That's when, without warning, the situation turns ugly.
But as I went to hit my sirens, I saw him bring a gun up and point it towards Dean.
And I'm looking into the barrel of this gun, and it's pointed right at my face.
Drop the gun!
So I ducked down and took an evasive action to get away and bumped into a car going up. Fell to the ground.
He wasn't being elusive anymore. He was actually in attack mode. He was going to execute Officer McGinnis. He had no intention on running away.
As the gunman closes in on McGinnis, Officer Turner races in, opening fire.
It was so fast. As soon as I saw him draw the gun the way he did, it was just instant reaction.
Drop the gun!
He eventually dropped to his knees, and we tried to direct him verbally to throw the gun away so we could approach him.
Drop the gun! He still got the gun, Dean. Drop the gun!
The suspect was still armed.
You okay?
He was still moving. He still had the gun pointed down towards Officer McGinnis.
The gunman is down, but he isn't dead. And as day turns to dusk, backup arrives and disarms him. He dies shortly after on scene.
He had a blood alcohol of 18. That's roughly double what would be legal in Missouri, and had marijuana in his system.
Investigators later learned the gunman, Asaje Chavez Gutierrez, was once a soldier in the Mexican military. There was also a warrant out for his arrest at the time of the shooting.
We learned from the ATF that the handgun he used had been stolen.
He carried a weapon frequently. He had a couple bullets actually in his body from a previous gunfight.
After the incident, McGinnis and Turner are recognized for their valor and courage and awarded several honors. They appreciate the praise, but are even more grateful to be alive.
I think that's what he expected, that if he just picked the time, charged through, that he would be able to carry it off.
When I looked